the Mavericks are ruining Cooper Flagg's rookie season, and the losing starting to get to him.
For me, it's the most, I've lost since, I think ever. It's not fun.
Yeah, kid's got the talent to make defenders fall over themselves, but that rookie of the year just slipping away. The Mavs are so bad, they just lost to the Pelicans without Zion, now dead last in the West. And it's not like their schedule has been that bad. The Mavs had 5 home games to start, have only played 1 true road game, but losses to the Pels and Wizards at home. How did it get this bad? And should we be worried about Cooper Flagg? Now, playing point guard doesn't help, but Jason Kidd had a vision. Once Kyrie Irving gets back, Coop can be a secondary creator with all this point guard experience. Great idea, except for one thing. You cannot mess around in the West. If you experiment, before you know it, you'll be in last place trying to make the play-in. But what really sucks for Cooper is his teammates cannot make a shot. The Mavs are league worst in three-point makes. Klay Thompson's career basically over. The man is averaging a career low 8 points a game, his worst from 3 all time. So Cooper Flagg's offense, dead last in the NBA. A lot of bad stats, but this one blew my mind. But I've had so much fun playing PrizePicks this season. The games are starting to stack up, especially some of these nights when we have like 6, 7, 8 or more games. It's always nice to get some picks in and watch every single night like it's the playoffs in the regular season. And my favorite part is the app is so easy to use. To make some picks, all you got to do is pick more or less on a few players' stats. Like tonight, I am going with, first up is Kason Wallace, more on his 3-point attempts, and then Ryan Kalkbrenner, lower on his points and boards. And PrizePicks is available in 45 states, including California or Texas, where I live. And if it's your first time signing up, nothing helps out the channel more than using code AMHOOPS. When you play $5, that code will get you $50 in lineups instantly, win or lose. That is play 5, get 50, code AMHOOPS. Relative to the rest of the NBA, the Mavs offense is minus 11.4. So they're 11.4 points below league average. But how bad is that? Well, 3 points worse than the worst offense Dallas has ever had. The 93 Mavs, who won 11 games. Yeah, the win now Mavs are worse than the 11-win Mavs in 93. But if playing like a 90s offense isn't bad enough, check this out. According to league average, the Mavs are a 1970s NBA team right now. That's what happens when you hand the keys to an 18-year-old who has never played the position. So how could the Mavs put him in such a bad spot? Well, when Kyrie Irving went down, it was clear they need a point guard. But the best that Nico Harrison could do was D'Angelo Russell all off season, and that's what he came up with. I'm sorry, but there was a reason that D'Lo was on the Nets last year and no one picked him up. But while everyone watches Luka dominate the NBA, everyone questioned a different Nico move. How could they not get Austin Reeves in that Luka trade? Because Austin sure would help right now handling the ball. Well, it turns out we actually have reporting on how Nico messed that one up too. So the trade was basically out Luka, in Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a pick. The dumbest trade. Luka should require everything not nailed down to the floor. I'm talking like all the picks, throw in a couple Laker trophies just for fun. But according to The Athletic, Nico was afraid that the trade would leak. So when Rob Pelinka asked to speak with Luka, Nico said no. So without the ability to gauge Luka's appetite to remain in LA long term, the Lakers expressed, well, boy, you can't go all the way in for him. And the Mavericks were like, of course you can, I get it. So the Lakers preserved their 2031 first and Austin Reeves. So that is how the Lakers, without any leverage, fleece the Mavs because of Nico Harrison's obsession with Anthony Davis. This man just knew that a 32-year-old injury-prone AD was better than a 26-year-old Luka entering his prime. This would be like the Bucks dealing Giannis right before he wins back-to-back MVPs in a ring. Oh, and they traded him for Kevin Love. Oh, but none of this is fair. We haven't even seen Nico's vision yet. AD and Kyrie are injured. Yeah, but that's part of the deal. You know they get injured all the time. It's who they are. So it's not actually an excuse, right? Like if this was Nikola Jokic getting injured, okay. But if you trade for AD or like Joel Embiid, no one feels bad for you. It's not an excuse. But the worst part, these fans can't even appreciate Cooper Flagg's good games. Like he probably had his best night of the year so far against New Orleans. But because of the situation, people are depressed. Like if this was on the Jazz, You'd be happy. You'd be like, hey, great job. Looking forward to the future. But instead, the Mavs have no future, and they're watching their superstar dominating the league on the Lakers. Because Luka has a Michael Jordan-like ability to take things personal. How did Nico not see that coming? I mean, this is a man who Devin Booker once talked trash to, right? So Luka ruined his entire franchise. Beat him down Game 7 so bad that the new owner, Matt Ishbia, was so embarrassed he traded away the entire championship roster, ruined the team. That's what Luka did for trash talk. What do you think he's going to do to Nico Harrison? Because Luka broke his phone when he found out about the trade. A report said he cried. We definitely saw him shed a tear when he returned back to Dallas with that tribute video. So now Luka is going to make it painfully obvious that Nico messed up. Right now, Luka is breathing down Shea's neck for MVP. Got the Lakers 7-2, averaging 40 a night, and he's doing it without LeBron James, who's still a top 10 player. And the Lakers got him for nothing. Didn't even have to give up their other potential all-star Austin Reeves. Oh, and the reason Nico didn't want Luka was conditioning and injury concerns. But he trades for a guy literally named Street Clothes, who came into the season a little heavy himself, already injured. You cannot make this up. Like, if you put this in a movie script, people would be like, ah, no, take that out. Nobody would ever believe that could happen, but it did. So why not fire Nico? Well, it turns out that might be the last thing that they will do, because the new owners trusted Nico, and now their whole reputation is tied to this trade working out. They would rather go down with the ship than fire Nico. But what would a new GM actually do? Well, the first thing is to wait for AD to get healthy, build up value, and then deal him. The reason is the Mavs don't control their own pick until 2031 outside of this year. So if you trade AD, you get to tank this season, your last pick, to help Coop in a loaded draft, then get more picks to build with. Maybe that's low-key what they're trying to do. Tank with the only draft pick that you have for a while. Now, they could never sell that to their own fan base, so instead you just sabotage your own season from the inside. Don't get a replacement for Kyrie, let Cooper Flagg run the offense, get a top pick, but that's just a conspiracy theory. And with no picks, it is bleak. Just think about what the Spurs have done with Victor Wembanyama. They got number 4 Rookie of the Year Steph Castle, then number 2 Dylan Harper, and dealt picks for De'Aaron Fox. But Cooper has AD Kyrie in a 2-year window to win now. So Nico is going to go down with the ship. A ship that Cooper Flagg got drafted onto. The most unlucky number 1 pick ever. And by the way, what about his development? Some number 1 picks get, veteran point guard for you, some shooting, low stress. The Mavs throw an 18-year-old into a role he's never played, surrounded by veterans who can't hit shots or who are injured, and expected to win right now. That doesn't develop confidence, it develops bad habits. I am sorry, from the pressure to the teammates to the future, this is the worst situation a number 1 pick has ever gone to. So we should be worried about Cooper Flagg, because at 18 years old, he has to play well enough to win now with AD and Kyrie, but also be good enough to save the franchise future. Even if dude is a generational talent, it'll be hard for him to overcome this Dallas Mavericks mess. But the exact opposite situation going on in Memphis right now, because it looks like we've got a good franchise with a troubled star. There is a huge fight right now between Ja Morant and his coach. The coach wants to be brutally honest with Ja, but it backfired. So now we get to see, do the Grizz have Ja's back or his new coach?